tide's out.
Yeah, tide's staying out in the morning for the rest of the week, so this is a good time to go, walk if you want to.
Good time, huh?
Go tide, yeah. The rest of the week. Friday I said it's a good day to go snorkeling. The wind's going to be down. But of course, morning the winds are always down.
Okay. That's really good point. I saw this hilarious video about these two movies in Texas and California. It's hard to find these videos. They're all over. They got so many of them on there now. You know?
Well, that's just it. If you're going to these algorithms, you'll find one, and then once you leave it,
You can't find it again.
they file it under you already saw it. So they basically shadow it. So you have to really, like, at this point, either have liked it or went back and somehow you checked it. Is that we're talking YouTube now?
Really? So you've actually gone out with fans? Yeah, you. Hey, beautiful, is it?
It was pretty funny. Something from Texas, from California, moving to Texas.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Have you seen that one?
Well, they're making a series of them. It's from the Babylon 2.
I guess so. It's funny as hell.
It is funny. Yeah, I saw it already.
Guy comes to say howdy, and he's got a gun. He's got a gun. Oh my God, he's got a gun.
Right. Then they start going,
They ask them
no,
what
I'm
their
just your
pronouns
neighbor.
are. What's your pronouns? Yeah. They don't have pronouns.
They eventually moved back to California.
Huh?
They eventually moved back to
Oh,
California.
is that right?
Yeah, she couldn't stand it.
That's some kind of study, or some kind of TV thing?
But that won't be. It's a website and they do videos all the time.
Okay.
It's a website. It's not videos.
They introduce themselves to the last thing to their pronouns.
Yeah.
They wear a mask indoors. How do you know we're from California? Because your California plates on the U-Haul truck and your masks indoors by yourself.
Yeah.
And you thought you were used to people invading the house, shitting on the lawn, all of the above.
Pretty funny. Pretty funny. I don't know, today's Circus Day. Everybody's really throwing the blame game around all the different candidates.
It wasn't a good day for the Republicans, I'll tell you that.
Well, I can tell you one thing is that the skewed legacy media is going to definitely play up the fact that the Dems did well.
They did well.
And that the Republicans did nothing. Well, that's not true exactly.
They got the House back, and that's pretty difficult. It wasn't a major victory, right? It wasn't a red wave by any.
Well, they're calling it a ripple. But I don't know. I just think that my comment here was that I sit here and watch the tidal wave, the tides coming in and out, right? And you can't always tell because it's low tide or high tide how strong the waves are going to be. Sometimes the waves are pretty strong depending on how choppy it is, but so it's stormy out there. It doesn't matter if it's a high or low tide. By comparison, usually high tide is gentler, but low tide is gentler than high tide. That's kind of what we've done. We're trying to change the tide here. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy because you've got this tremendous pull by the collectivists to keep the minions in line instead, scaring them and telling them that, if they vote Republican, they're going to, democracy is going to be over. And they believe it and they fully buy it. If you're a renegade...
It's a vote for decency.
Right, if you're a renegade like maybe you and I are, where we don't necessarily go with either side of the parties, but at this point, you see the writing on the wall, and you see the strong influences of communism and fascism in the Dems. And that's the direction they're pulling this country. And it's not the first time that's happened in this country.
No, we had the McCarthy era in the 50s when McCarthy was basically a fascist. McCarthy. I only vaguely remember that. You probably don't remember it at all.
I just remember it in history books.
He was, I don't know. I think Trump's days are over though. This is what's go. I'm afraid he's going to spoil it for the Republican Party.
Well, let's just wait and see. 2 years is still a long time off.
That's true.
It's a long time off, so.
At least this will slow him down a little bit. With the House being Republican.
Yes. It will definitely slow down his spending tirades.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Whether I want to go for a walk or not, I think I do.
How you feeling?
I feel fine. I walk until I do things. I got that all different.
I know sometimes the walking is a lot of hard work. I mean, you could just go swimming instead.
Well, I did my he's got a quiz at the end of that book on sleep. So you're a day person or an eye person.
Oh, yeah?
I'm right in the middle.
Okay.
A little bit of both.
You're a renegade.
Yeah, right in the middle. I'm just totally...
You're a renegade.
He said something there that I had not thought about, though. You should take it. You shouldn't take it. I've been taking my Pfizer at night.
Take it in the morning?
Take it in the morning. Keep your house burned down at night.
Well, you could take one at night, one in the morning, maybe.
You shouldn't take two. Too much. I don't need two.
2 in 1 day is too much.
Too much is bad if you take something more than you need. I'm not really having problems with reflux.
I know, it's the other thing.
So I have decided to go back to one a day. Because Protestant does reduce your intake of calcium.
Yes, it does.
Get the calcium
Oh,
rate.
you have to get cramps. I take it too often, I get cramps.
And although they go back and forth on whether you should take your blood pressure pills in the morning or at night, which doesn't make any difference. I'm inclined to take it in the early morning. And the first time I wake up, that works for me pretty well. So I wake up about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning usually. Blood pressure medication then, because most strokes and heart attacks occur about 6 o'clock in the morning. And blood pressure is a mass, so it makes sense to take the blood. Although there's a half-life of the drugs, it's probably pretty good. I'm not sure about that. As far as sleep patterns, you can't do anything about them, really. I don't want to take drugs to change my sleep patterns. I don't have trouble sleeping, really. I just, as I've gotten older, I've had to get up more often. It's a combination of things. I don't think it's really just because I have to pee more often. I think it's just that I think as you get older, you can't, your REM sleep's only good for about 3 or 4 hours max. And you wake up, you go into non-REM states. But I'm happy I'm not depressed, I'm not obsessive about it. I'm glad that Karen took over the county for me. Doing the county is stressful. So if you go to the store, I need more popsicles, 2 or 4. You gotta go across the street or down the street.
I'm gonna go down to Fox.
Ross in it, huh?
I'm gonna go to Fox.
I'm gonna leave all my clothes here on this. Not putting anything in.
Okay.
I'm leaving all my clothes here.
All right.
And there's no reason to bring anything home. Plenty of storage space. And, they're all summer clothes anyway, so no reason to bring them home. That's my plan.
All right.
I'm going to winter mode when we get home. Winter mode! So I call Meineke and see what the fuck's going on with the BMW.
Yeah, you can get an update.
Nice, rough. In a reasonable period of time.
Yep.
When Jerry took it over last week.
Yeah, you took it over like last Wednesday. It's been a week.
Oh, hi, Con. I Dr. Jerdrum. I just wanted to say I think you're going with the BMW.
Okay, hold on just a second, Peter.
Thank you. You say we got some wax for the car? I think there is. Is there any here?
I thought I'd have some, but
Let's get some wax.
we might have used it all up. It might have been spray wax and I used it
I
all.
know where I want to use it on that. That's gonna, I've got to put a little wax on it. I don't know if she's trying to follow us over there. I don't know. I think what's your name told me there's a car wash out the real quick. I think I'm really doing that. When are we gonna go get our Sunday brunch? Is that this coming weekend? Gotta be. Well, this will be our last weekend in Maui. We're leaving this weekend on Friday, right?
Yeah.
How's your sister doing?
I'm sure I haven't heard much since. Same old, same old.
We didn't have any supplementals this time, it was so down. You know, Steve sent an email saying a bunch of his staff is on extended vacation. Sure. Sharon doing your thing with the stream machine.
Yes,
Hello?
Can we call you right back?
Sure.
Okay, I'll call you soon.
Well, too busy in there. Yeah, it's fine. I can't get my ass to move today, so what's the matter with me? Totally
Well,
relaxed.
were you up late last night?
Watching the election, huh?
Yeah.
Was that late?
I don't know. I don't remember what time you went to bed.
It wasn't that late.
I think well, from Hawaii, you said it was 8:30, and we joked about it, and you stayed up a little bit longer, so you probably went to bed around 10 o'clock.
I'm not tired, I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel tired, I feel refreshed. I feel well, I just feel lazy. What does that mean? What is
That's
lazy?
island fever, man.
Huh? It's island
It's
fever.
island fever. I say, right now, life on the lanai, this is what it's all about. Right here on the lanai. Don't go anywhere else. I mean, you got everything right here. You got food in the kitchen, you got a toilet in the bedroom.
Swimming pool downstairs.
Well, that means going off on the lanai, but yeah, you can do that. You got a beautiful view, but there's nothing in the world that
That's exactly what I feel
replaces
about
this
it.
view.
I mean, why do I want to get out on the highway and drive around, look at shit, you know, there's nothing I can hear.
Yeah,
If Sherry likes to go here and hike. I think there's some nice hiking trails in my day. some lady's got an acreage in Montana, the Earl for sale. You know, he's got trails and go down a little figure right down to the beach. But you can't do anything with that property. That's probably the only
Where's that?
Montana, the Earl. You can walk around there, but that's what you're allowed to do. The middle of it's still kind of yellow in there. Unless you're doing, they're going to tour the Dune Museum this weekend. This club is.
Where? Oh, the club is gonna go there. They said they're gonna tear it down. What? I know it's the ocean is too loud. I can't hear most things.
The Dunes, they have a museum there by the train
Yeah, I know.
station.
It's a.
You've been there probably.
Well, I went to the old one. They built a really pretty nice one.
Yeah, they got the old, I guess they had a bunch of homeless people living on the dunes at one time during the Great Depression.
Oh, the Dunites.
Yeah.
We had the Dunites. They were actually kind of a religious sect.
They were?
Yeah, they were. They were the
Okay.
precursors to those
Halcyon people?
The Halcyons, yeah.
Okay. They're artists and writers and things.
Right. They had this
They lived out in the dunes.
Valhalla idea that they could disconnect from society, go live on the dunes, and
Like we're doing here. We're Dunites. We're the new Dunites.
we're not. We haven't disconnected from society.
No,
I had my live streaming going here, which you happen to be a guest on.
On your streaming?
They can. It's of course open mic, so you can share whatever you want on here. But they won't really be able to hear much of it because it's mostly drowned out by the ocean.
The ocean, yeah.
Until I put my headphones on, can't really hear much. I did a couple of streams, and then I played it back, and I was like, you can't even hear anything I'm saying. I couldn't even find out what the white noise in the background, which it really sounds like white noise more than it sounds like waves crashing on the recordings.
Well, I was going to be jackhammered this morning, that's nice.
No jackhammers. Maybe that comes this afternoon. Yeah, so anyway, this is like life on the Lanai. You don't need to do anything, go anywhere. You can just like this thing. Every day if you want. Well, she's probably keeping some exercise once in a while. I got my exercise bands, stretch bands, still use.
They said one of the reasons that closer won the election in New York was because somebody who moved to Florida.
I heard that someone repeated that, saying, "Oh well, it's just because of the fact that all the disgruntled people move to Florida, blah blah blah." But, you know, that works both ways. That's just kind of the way.
I do know.
Yeah, exactly. I think just the fact that, you know, DeSantis has turned around Florida where people like having common sense and, you know, stuff that behaves like it should, like it should. I mean, he's...
Yeah, some good things happen.
His common sense is so.
Beto O'Rourke didn't get
Yeah, Beto got.
Beto got beat.
So and Abrams,
He got clobbered.
that cow got lost. I hope she doesn't. I hope she's done. I hope she just goes away.
He may go away now.
Probably not, but can only hope. But it does leave the Republican Party ticket for 24 kind of in the. I'm not just so sure I can go along with the MAGA people anymore.
I don't either.
Too bad. I mean, I loved it. But he's like a magnet that just attracts all this negativity and hatred. And I don't understand, they're going to never stop going after him. He's going to be in total, always legal fights.
Yeah.
It's not, to me, it's not advantageous to the country to have that going on.
What can I say? I think his politics are fine, but he creates a lot of that problem himself. He won't shut the fuck up. DeSantis doesn't say anything about Trump. He's very, very smart.
Yeah, let's just,
Let's see what happens. He always said Trump's his own worst enemy.
well, do you want to go talk? I didn't eat much. I'm going to go eat something.
Go eat something, baby. Hey Joe, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. What's going on?
Oh, not too much, just enjoying the weather here. It's so nice out.
Really? That's good. That's good. Weather's a little chilly. It's about 57, 58 degrees. A little cold outside.
Yeah,
Not windy, which is good, but not real great. You know, it's November. What do you expect? You know?
well, I expect it to be 83 today.
Well, I'm glad. You know, I think they're a pretty good investment on that thing.
It
You know?
was.
Yeah.
I just love the weather here.
Hello, hello. Well, are you enjoying the wind-swept ocean views, sails going across the ocean? Well, I'm having my lunch right now. So after I finish my little sandwich here, I'll actually put a picture in here of my lanai. Me and my lanai. Me and my lanai watching over and looking at the island of Lanai. What about the island of Lanai? That's a little island over there. Somebody by the name of Larry Ellison owns it. At least 90% of it. So, a good friend streamer, Mr. Baum, he calls this mukbang when he gets to eat in front of the camera. Well, I'm not going to eat in front of the camera, so I'm just going to disconnect my headset for a while, and you can still listen to the white noise in the background. Hello, 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 and aloha to you and you and you. I'm going to finish my sandwich and finish my drink, and then we'll go into the chat mode of the program. I hope you've been enjoying the low tide of the Mahana out front. That is a reef. We generally ask the swimmers not to walk on the reef. Therefore, it's kind of hard to go out there. You can snorkel out there, but I see the snorkelers out there, and then you have to come to shore eventually. It's pretty rough though coming out of that water. It's kind of like being in a wash basin. Okay, so it's been about an hour of this day of post-election hangovers. Anybody's got a hangover today? Cheers. Cheers to the hangover. Okay, so atop of my head, you see the new map of United States. Well, this is the House. The House went red. I think there's a few seats there that are going to be what you call runoffs and that kind of stuff. But for the most part, that's a big accomplishment, no matter what everybody says. Like, oh, we was expecting more of a red tide. We were expecting all this other thing. Oh my God, Fetterman won. How the fuck? I don't know. I can't explain that. I can't explain anything, so don't come to me to explain things. I go to other people to have it explained to me. But they're all mostly full of crap. And when they're moving their lips, they're probably lying. So be very careful. Beware of the, of all the crap that's out there. And there's a whole lot of that crap out there. That's why I like being on my lanai. Life on the lanai. I get to take a couple weeks off during this election cycle and to kind of remove myself from all the gnashing of teeth and tearing of clothing. I will show you the excuse me a minute. I'm going to show you the other. This is the House. Right now, Republicans have 206 seats. Democrats have 187. There's still no majority. It takes 218 to make the majority. So, there's going to be runoffs and bullshit till the next year. Okay, so let me go to the next spot here. The Senate. Senate is a disappointment. I have to admit, I am disappointed. But as you can see, there's going to be some contested seats out there. And that's the way it is. So, unfortunately, the Senate does control a lot more of the meat of Congress. But if our House representatives are smart enough, they'll be able to block a lot of the stuff that's going on. So anyway, I like to call the I like to call myself the west of the Rockies, and then there's east of the Rockies. So as you can see, actually west of the Rockies isn't as blue as it was, So I think that's encouraging. Um, of course, you're looking at population densities, and that's what's calling the pulling the strings mostly. Okay, you want to look and see what the governors want? Let me see. Governors. And above me is the governors in the United States. And of course, there's where I say the west of the Rockies, mostly controlled by the Dems. We have to keep waiting to find out more, I think. I don't do the numbers, I can't do the crunching, so I'm not going to worry about those things. Um, let's see, I'm going to have to check my other sites to see what I got going here. No, just people watching me or saving my script. At least that's DLive and Twitch. I might have got dropped out of Twitch. Let's see here. Hold on a minute. This happens to be Trovo. So I'm still on Trovo, but nobody's coming in on my chat. It's hard to chat with someone when they don't chat back. People just want to be entertained. They don't really want to think. Think? You think? Don't think. Don't think too much. If you think too much, your brain is going to explode. So I would advise you not to think much. That's why we just love the breezes of the lanai. Breezes on the lanai, watching lanai. Because that beautiful island in the background is called Lanai. Oh, I told you that already. I'm repeating myself. What can I say? Here's to another fabulous day. While all is licking their wounds, we're walking it off on the beach here in Maui. The beautiful blue state of Mao, Marx, and Engels. Yahoo! Keep it up, guys. Dude, they elected Uncle Fester to the Senate. I still can't believe it. You guys elected Uncle Fester. All right, whatever. It's nothing like throwing a circus for the elections. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Laugh to your heart's content. I have no words. No words whatsoever. Well, I have things to do today, believe it or not, on this paradise island. I have to go shopping. Now, I don't really like going anywhere on the roads around here because they're pretty fucked up. Oh God! Well, that's what That's what happens when you go to a socialist communist government. It's all right. We get along. We get through it. I really love the people here. I think it's a lot like Vietnam. I really, I really do think that people are people, and as I said, when the hearth is warm, they don't have any cares in the world. They don't care about if Fetterman got elected to Senate. Oh, God, that is the funniest thing I've ever heard. That's way beyond my even wild. Pennsylvania. Good job. All right, I should stop laughing. I'm sure some people are very serious about this whole thing. All right, let's see what else is going on. What's going on with my quad verum? I'm an SQV chick. I'm a renegade. I don't follow anybody's plan. I don't follow the MAGA anymore. I'm really disappointed with MAGA. They really dropped the ball, so I'm backing off on the MAGA thing. I'm just quad crew. Quad crew is it. Quad verum, quad crew. And anyway, let's see what's going on with them. Well, it's a fight. It's a fight. There's no question it's a fight. And it's like, you got to pick a side sometimes. When you go to the ball game, you either sit on the visitor's side or the home team, okay? Well, if you're sitting on the home team side and you're voting for you're rooting for the visitor, you're not going to be very well liked in your circle. So you have to either sit there and be quiet about who you're rooting for, or you switch sides, or you just don't really care. Well, I'm sorry, but ideologically, I cannot just not care. I do care. I care. I do not want to see our country being handed over to the nincompoops. And I agree, neither team is that great, but got to pick a side. Got to pick a side. All right, let's see what else is going on in Quad Verum. I could could just say, oh, all right, I'm gonna invite the YouTube crowd from SQV to join me. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Not too many people want to support me. Trust me on that. I've not really ever had a lot of support in my life from too many people. You know, I mean, I have my family, sort of, but will they watch any of my streams? Uh-uh. They won't. So whatever. You know. I want to invite people over to see me before I hang up and go shop. Hey, you know, when the tough gets going, the tough go shopping. Right? Right, ladies? That's a delay. Don't want that to happen. I'm just going to give me a share here. Just for a few minutes. We're still hanging on. We're still hanging on for our teeth. Arrgh. So here's the deal. As I said, when the tough get going, the tough go shopping. I'm going shopping. Heck with the rest of this thing. I could shop at the, what's it called? It's called the, don't tell me. I know the answer. There's a lot of traffic. They've got this one part of the highway. There's only one highway in and out of Kaanapali Beach. You know, so you're stuck. And when they're tearing up the road or tearing up the septic tank or the sewers or whatever the hell they're doing, you have to expect delays. So there's a delay, and the delay says, merge. Merge. Keep merging. Yeah, keep merging. I'm still going to laugh about the fact that they they elected Fetterman. Oh, that is so funny. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard of in my life. I'm still looking for that shopping center I like to go to. I have two choices here. I have the Times Market, which is a little small, looks like a Hawaiian family or Asian family, or who knows who owns the damn thing. It's a small, and half the shelves are empty. So you kind of go, oh, yeah, okay, third world. And then there's the big Safeway, which is down by the gate. I think it's called Gateway. And of course, oh, we have a pretentious rebel clothing store. Oh, I should go to that one. All right, come on, you guys. Work with me on this. Oh, I know. I go to the overpass. Where's the overpass? Keep us updated. As I said, they elected Fetterman. I mean, come on, Oz probably was not the best candidate, but really? Fetterman? Clearly, the people in Pennsylvania are 50% Democrat, and over their dead bodies, are they going to vote for a Republican? I get it. Hey, I get it. I understand the game. Come on, I'm going to find this stupid place. What do they call it? Kualapa Loop. Loop. No, that's not it. I love these Hawaiian names. Who can pronounce these Hawaiian names? Nobody. I know some of the main ones, like Ka'anapali Beach. Let's see, I think it's past Black Rock. Now, the only Black Rock I really have an expert on is the one here in Maui, which is supposed to be great for snorkeling and scuba diving. There's not scuba diving, but scuba diving. There are these turtles, and they're totally camouflaged. I have tried to take picture after picture after picture. But when you look at the picture after you take it and you're going, yeah, where's the turtle? Yeah, you think the person's crazy. There's no turtle there. Anyway, that's the way it is. Okay, Lahaina Gateway. That's it. There's an Ace Hardware. There's Ross for Less clothing store. There's a Walgreens. That's fairly new. It's kind of a good place to go shop. Or you can go into the airport city, which is Ka'alui. And Ka'alui has all the stores. Costco, Target. You name it. We got it. In Kahului. Well, it takes like an hour and a half to go to Kahului. Bumper to bumper traffic most of the way. And I've been coming over here since 1983. I came over here on my very first honeymoon. And fell in love with Maui. And we bought a timeshare. And we were coming back and forth pretty regularly. And then I think my stream keeps going slower and slower. Let's get rid of that one. Get rid of that tab. I need a better stream, I guess, because obviously I know I keep dropping bits and stuff like that on my Prism live stream. Let's see, what am I looking at here? CPU 63.2%, 74.4%, 73.9%. GPU 46.8%, frame drop. Doesn't show me dropping any frames. That's good. And there's the bit rate. So I think we're still good here. Life on the Lanai. Okay, so we're going back to SQV. Keep us updated. Okay, this was from Susan in North Carolina. It says, don't underestimate carry ticket. With Masters and AG Abe and 3 house races, SOS is not competitive. These votes waiting to be counted are heavy to moderate red. They think these are ones that were delivered on election day from right side voters, not trusting their vote counted ahead. I think we will be pleasantly surprised. God knows we need it. And that's Susan. Susan's very, very tuned in to a lot of the things going on. So right now we're having a big debate about the Mitch McConnell and the role he's playing in all of this. And there's a big segment of the MAGA people who don't like Mitch for various reasons. And I don't have a comment about him, one way or the other. I just know everybody bitches and moans about him. And it says here is, let's get on this. And of course they're talking about the east of the Rockies, which I know very little about. I have to admit, I'm kind of out of the loop. And it's about that's pretty funny. Susan in North Carolina. Masters will win if Kerry's lead rises enough to carry him. Looks great. Pennsylvania is lost. Anti-fracking Fester. That would be Uncle Fester. They voted for Uncle Fester. They put Uncle Fester in the Senate. Oh my God. That's as bad as some of the stuff I hear on the west of the Rockies. I can only hope that Walker has everyone in the GOP behind him, campaigning and supporting him until December 5. No ends on a ballot. I think we're talking about independents there. They're kind of a thorn in the sides of most of us repubs or pubs because all they do is independents take votes away from other candidates. Makes another clusterfuck. Anyway, not much change in the state legislature composition. North Carolina Supreme Court now veto proof for ours. Lost in Michigan and Minnesota, still a few pending outcomes. Bottom line, all eyes are on Arizona, Nevada, Georgia. We just need majority of one seat advantage in Senate and one seat in House to control the floor and schedule everything to keep Cacula. Oh, that's pretty funny. I just love Susan from making any future deciding votes in Senate, and that will just have to be enough. Looks like House will be okay. Barely. Herschel said is like Ricky Bobby late last night, and he does not lose. Let's hope that is the case. Yes. P.S. No idea what will happen with Alaska. Murkowski is not one of my favorites. Nobody's favorite, my dear, but they keep electing her. Another ridiculous election is to watch Alaska. What the hell, they enacted that stupid way of voting? What is wrong with those people? I know, frozen weenies. P.S. Oh, don't want to piss off any of you Alaskans. I don't want to piss anybody off, but so what? No idea what will happen with Alaska. Yeah. McConnell may be hated by many, but he is the one we want as majority leader in the Senate. I don't agree with everything his PAC did or every decision. He is darn good. He is probably in his last term anyway, and I hope he makes a ton more of history. I don't need to again defend him with this record or judicial appointments and acknowledge the Senate rules. What if we get an unexpected early retirement of a left-leaning SCOTUS? If that was the case, the only one we want in our corner is MM. Let's hope he trains a great protege. Now, let's see what happens in the 2024 presidential primaries. Going to be a very interesting, to say the least. And of course, the debate goes on about Mitch McConnell and whether you want to defend him or you want to scorn him. I don't know enough about politics to do either one, other than the fact I hear we need him because of SCOTUS. He's been able to manage SCOTUS appointments very effectively, and we need to give him credit for that. Yep. Okay, so an hour and a half, that's my max. I know people can go on for hours, i.e. Mr. Montez Bradley. I just get a headache. The more I talk, the more of a headache I get. Seizures run in my family. What can I say? I don't have seizures. Thank God. But I do have headaches, which is somehow part of the seizure process, I think. Well, to everybody, enjoy the day. Have a good time. Laugh at the sublime. Laugh at the funny things. And don't give up. Hold the line. I say damn the torpedoes and full speed ahead, meaning we are going to change this country a little bit at a time. Most of the time, people are going to get sick and tired of those who want to control our happiness and control our lives and tell us this is what you have to have and this is what's going to make you happy. Aren't you a little bit tired of being told now that you have to buy a certain light bulb, for God's sakes? Light bulbs suck. The only advantage is the LED lights, I think. They don't get as hot. Here in Hawaii, when we have the heat, that's like 84 degrees today. Yay, 84 degrees. What? Who has 84 degrees temperature today anywhere else in the country? Nobody. So, anyway, have a good laugh. Fetterman. They voted for Fetterman. They put Uncle Fester, no fracking Bob, in the Senate. Yep. Suck it to him, as they say. Suck it to him, suck it to him, suck it to him, suck it to him, suck it to him. This is me. I'm going to sign off. Like I said, I've had a good time. And I hope that you guys will see the good, not get depressed. Oh my God, I was the most depressed person in the world. I have to say, you have no idea how depressed I was. After Trump lost his election and all the shenanigans and all the bullshit, I literally went into a year of depression. I was one of the biggest MAGA supporters ever. But after last night, I'm not so sure anymore. I do support individual liberties, individual freedoms, and I do not support the Dems. We have to defeat them. That's all there is to it. 2 more years of Biden, and there's nothing any of us can do about it. Not a goddamn thing. So, deal with it. Clearly, all those people living there in LA and New York and San Francisco and Portland and, Colorado Springs, wherever, Denver, they're still pretty happy in front of their hearth. Pretty toasty, pretty warm. They'll let other people make decisions for them. They'll let other people make those decisions. They're just as happy making decisions to not decide. Let somebody else decide. It's not my problem. Good night. Love you all.